Hello everybody, back here again for another vlog a day, and today is Saturday the 4th, and today was a rather cold, chilly, windy, really windy, cold, chilly day. So it was kind of just, I don't know, wind blew all night long, crazy, just that bitter cold winter cold, it just sucked. I'm not a fan of it yet. Although I know 3 months from now, if I could have a temperature this warm, I'd be all jumping for joy and running around in shorts and t-shirt at best and scream about how it's damn near spring and it's warm and it's wonderful. So it's all about perspective, but it's been like just so long since it's been cold. So it's really just driving me nuts. I've got a weird chill in my whole body, cannot seem to get rid of all day. So it happens. Got a few things done here at the house. Nothing really major. Headed up to Ottumwa. Hung out with a buddy of mine and his dad and that. From there, went on out and checked out an RV at a RV dealership up there in Ottumwa, and the place is just absolute shit. I'd stopped in there before, and their customer service and their sales staff are just the worst. I mean, absolutely the worst. And today was another prime example of that. They had one listed on Craigslist that I wanted to look at that I thought, hey, it's in my price range and it's about the size I'm looking for. I'll go to give it a look. And it was a giant piece of shit. But the biggest problem come into the fact that the salespeople were assholes. I walked in the building. This is a giant dealership. It's huge kind of stuff. There's nobody around. The cold weather had made me have to use the restroom. So I ran back, did that, came back out front. And there was one lady, older lady with a vacuum cleaner, vacuuming the stairs. It goes upstairs to the upper level of the showroom, and there's nobody else around. We're walking down the aisles and we're looking for people and stuff. Service counter, nobody around. Sales counter, nothing and stuff. I'm like, holy crap. Finally, I saw there's like a little waiting type room they made, I guess, like while your stuff's getting serviced or something. It's like a little cabin inside their showroom. And there was two guys standing inside there, football game going on. So I walked in there and I was talking to my buddy plenty loud enough they could have heard me. I kind of was talking extra loud, thinking they would hear me. They would come out, they'd say, hey, can we help you, kind of thing. Walked up on like a little fake porch they've got there, creaking and scratching, making noise. Clearly they had to hear that unless they're just dumb. I couldn't, or deaf. I'm not sure what was going on. I knocked on the door, even though the door's open, just trying to get somebody's attention and stuff. And they like didn't even look at me. And I'm like, they kind of go, yeah. And I go, do you guys work here? If anybody at all works here? And he goes, yeah, we work here. What do you need? And I'm like to look for an RV. And the guy's like, hadn't even looked at me yet. He finally turns, looks at me, and goes, well, okay then, I guess. And I'm like, it's freaking Saturday, like, I don't know, 2 o'clock or so in the afternoon. You guys close at 3. Who gives a shit about your damn football game? If you're gonna be here and gonna be such a jackass, close on a shop, go home, watch your football game if that's so damn important to you. And I'd had a very similar experience with them, like I think probably 5-6 years ago. I was up there, and I decided today I'll never be back on that property again. I don't give a damn if they're giving away $100 bills. I'm not going back out there. I did go ahead and pull the guy away from his football game. Looked back on it, I should have looked at like every damn RV on the lot until they closed, or he finally got tired and kicked me out of there just to piss him off and make him miss the rest of his game. Especially at the very end, to go, oh, the only reason I look at this crap is just to piss you off, make you miss your game. So I didn't. I was wanting to go there. I would have left right then. I was so pissed. But the RV was a decent price. Had it been in good shape, I would have overlooked it. Because I'm pretty sure it wasn't even theirs. It's just on consignment there through them. So I would have just contacted the seller that actually had it posted on Craigslist and went that route and dealt with it that way. So it was not in good enough shape for what I wanted, especially not for the money. It's about double what it's worth in the shape it's in, and I wasn't going to mess with it. So I wasn't going to try and make an offer, wasn't going to dick with it, was not worth the hassle factor. I looked at a second one they had there, which was probably, it was like 13 grand for it. It was probably, I'd say 6,000 overpriced, at least 4 grand overpriced for sure. Super high mileage, and the guy was just an asshole about it. He's like, "Oh yeah, it's got a bunch of miles, and who knows what's left up in here and stuff because of gypsies that traded in, blah blah whatever and stuff." I'm thinking, dude, you're trying to sell me an item. You might not want to downplay it as being like these creepy gypsies that drove over the country in it all the time and might have like stashed their drugs somewhere in the vehicle. So I was not real pleased with that either. And I was like, screw this. I just want to get the hell out of there. Headed back home, went to Menards, picked up some stuff my buddy needed to get. We're going to build a smoke shack, a cigar cabin, what do you want to call it, a little shed type thing there in the driveway to smoke cigars in this winter so we don't have to sit in the race trailer and freeze our butt off all winter long. So we had to order, unfortunately, and have the window in stock. We ordered it. From there, earlier today, he'd went and picked up a whole bunch of siding to re-side the shed out back. They've got a big storage shed out back. We're going to cut all new paneling and siding for it. Hopefully, might be doing that Tuesday. I'm hoping for. So supposed to be in the 71s like that Tuesday. So we'll go up there and redo that shed, and then start building the smoke shack, which will be nice to get that thing built too. So we'll have to see what else happens there. Other than that, just hung around outside. Like I said, the cold wind was nasty. Down the garage and stuff it's not horribly bad for wind, but it was a little bad. I did cheat, took my electric blanket with me, so I had that thing plugged in. I'm out there sitting underneath the electric blanket outside, which is kind of dumb, but it was so much warmer than any other thing out there, so I was happy with that. So went ahead, got that done. Had it on the dog park. Unfortunately, no other dogs were around for Bruce to play with. There was a couple of them had their dogs on the obedient side, and they just don't interact with their dogs. So he ran down and kind of chased them back and forth on the fence. A couple other people showed up before I left. I was getting ready to leave, and I was kind of waiting around for them to come in. They parked there, got their dogs out, and then went for a walk on the trail, and I was like, screw it. So we went down. I changed, went for a little run, didn't go very far at all. That winter, cold air in my lungs, I'm just not ready for it yet, dude. It was like kicking my lungs butt. Absolutely horrible. Having a hard time with that. So hopefully it'll start warming up again, and I can kind of pull myself into the colder weather. Like I said, I ran, even this year, it was negative like 8 or 13. It was negative 13 actual wind temperature, like negative 35 wind chill. So, and the wind chill today was like, I think 20, 18, 20, something like that wind chill. So I can handle the colder weather. I just can't handle it right now. I've got to get myself kind of rolled back into it. So other than that, not a lot going on. So I'll talk to you guys tomorrow. Have yourself a safe and wonderful day. Thanks for watching.